How's it going, guys? I thought I'd make a video. I'm installing a worn winch into my bumper. This is the Zeon 10. It was a steel cable. I put synthetic in it. And basically, they say only the, the M10000 and the M8000 fit in this bumper, but they don't list, ARB doesn't list this winch is fitting in the bumper, which it fits in the bumper, but it does interfere with this cross member. So I am gonna have to trim this, and then there's this support piece that supports your hood latch, so I'm gonna run supports down to here, so that gives me enough space, because your measurement from this face to this face when this is on the truck is 7 inches. So basically, when you're picking a winch, no matter what it is, you want to measure from the feet to the highest point up here, because that's going to be your limiting factor, and then a little bit here, but it's mostly this dimension that's gonna affect you. So once you remove this, then you've got like 8 inches or a little more than that, which is perfect for that winch. But yeah, so not ideal, but I do like the features on this winch, and it was a good deal on Marketplace. So yeah, hopefully that helps someone out. Leave some comments if you have some questions. Also added a kill switch there for the power for the winch. But yeah. Okay, so we've got this cut out. I just finished welding and painting it. So now this is supported quite well. Hood latches same as it always did. It's not quite as stiff this way as it used to be, but it should be fine. So I did have to, because the cross member would come right across here, so I had to cut a little bit extra off this here to get that to fit, and then that one is like that. So that's what that looks like. And it just fits. I did test fit it. So yeah. Wouldn't really recommend doing it this way, but if you have to, that's what you have to do. So essentially your maximum measurement is 8 inches tall for a winch to fit in a bumper for a first gen Tacoma. And without modifying anything, it's about 6.5 inches, just with the bumper and bolting it on the truck. So hopefully that helps if you're planning on fitting your bumper and trying to find a winch, whether it be a worn or something else. There we go. It's all mounted. So it's quite snug. Let's see if I can get this to focus. Come on. Okay. So I'll show you from the bottom as well. But okay. So the closest part is actually the worn, where are we here? The worn logo, almost touching the AC radiator. I assume if you didn't have AC, you'd have a lot more space for activities in here. You'd have probably maybe 10 inches to the main radiator. But yeah, it fits pretty good after trimming. You can see there's a cross member that's been trimmed on both sides there. But yeah, and I've got my isolation switch there with conduit to protect everything. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions. There's the just clears. Just rubs a little bit right there, but it works. But yeah, let me know if you have any questions in the comments, and I'll do my best to answer them. This was the Zeon 10 in the ARB bumper for a first gen Tacoma with factor 55 fair lead. And I've got a custom bracket that I printed to mount the control box. So if you want that, I will throw the link for that in the description. So you can print that or get someone to print it for you, because that makes it nice and slick. So yeah. And I also have this file on my printables for the disconnect switch if you want that. I had to drill a hole here and do all that, but yeah. Thanks for watching. Hope that helped. See you in the next video. Bye.